Hey Chuck, Mike Richards again. Thanks for sending your swing with the Golf Digest Challenge. I know you sent me an iron swing before. Now we got a driver. Didn't see much difference in the left foot. I want to pick out your left foot again, but I also want you to see something that's kind of eye-catching in your downswing. Watch the left-hand side of the screen, and you take the club back pretty decently, like I told you in your iron game. Now, when you start coming down, I think you get a little bit too anxious with your shoulders. And what I would do here is I wouldn't have so much cup in your wrists. See, one of the things I would do with you is I'd probably get your wrist to be a little bit more flat at the top. Right now, to me, your club face is a little bit open up here. So I would get you a little bit more flatter with the hand, so it squares up the club face. Now watch what happens when you start down. You start down right about here, your shoulders are starting to overwork, and what it does to the club face, Chuck, is it really opens the club face. So now if you don't get really active with your hands at the bottom, you're going to miss this ball slicing to the right. So one of the things that I see you do is you try and save the shot, and here's how you try and save your shot. You get down to the ball and you really whip those hands over. Watch right here. And if you don't have a really good active hands one day, you are struggling with your distance and you're struggling with the ball not slicing on you. Now, one of the things I talked to you about before on your iron game was your left heel and your right heel. The right heel is going to come off the ground. But right here, you're playing too much twinkle toes and you don't have any support going on there in that left foot. Because that left foot's done nothing but just spin on its toes and the heels come completely off the ground, and you set it down and you get to a finish, but you really haven't efficiently used your body. So what I would tell you, Chuck, is I would have you start the downswing more trying to feel your arms come down, a lot less shoulders in your downswing, and then I'd have you hit some partial speed shots to where you can keep this left foot down on the ground. And what I even do with some of my students, I take an old broken shaft of a golf club and I stick it in the ground and I put it right across the top of your foot. So now you can't move it. And if that way doesn't work, then I'll take that shaft and I'll stick it in the ground over here and I'll put it on this side. So now you can't spin that foot. But I do it at a speed of which you don't hurt yourself. So, Chuck, the only difference I see, and I didn't see it in your iron swing, I don't think I missed it, but your wood swing, I see the face opening up too much coming down, which causes you to release the club too actively. Now, let Pat see this swing as far as how she releases or how you release it, because this is a release that she needs to start getting in. Right into there. And you see how close your arms are. She needs to see that because her arms separate. But I want you to really try and keep your feet down on the ground here and not have those heels both up in the air. And Chuck, I think if you can work on those two things, you'll be a little bit better golfer. Again, thanks for sending your swing with the Golf Digest Challenge, Chuck, and take care.